Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Casually Farms. We are back on Out of Ore, episode 3 of the casual mining group. Well, we are going to try to get maybe some sort of oil setup type thing going on over in that general direction over there. I want to follow that coal vein that potentially is going over that direction. But first, it looks like we might need to get some fuel set down somewhere. So let's go put down a fuel barrel somewhere over here. We got to purchase one first. So let's fuel. Whoops, gotta spell fuel right. All right, so let's get the fuel barrel. This looks like every time I hit the T. I think this spot looks just as good as any for right now. So let's place that down. Let's get a couple more loads into here, but first I want to show you guys we did change the plant around a little bit from episode 2. We did a little off-stream working stuff. Yeah, so all we really did is we changed around the way the plant just processes everything. So you got your coal screen comes in, it goes into your trommel, coal drops down into here, goes into your storage, into the power generation plant. Then we come on over to the trommel, obviously, and then once we get to that point where the trommel needs to can process that stuff, it goes into storage over there. Everything else, pay dirt, comes over into here, and it goes into the wash plant. We did switch this. We did have a sluice box. We went to the wash plant, and we also put on a water pump, which looks pretty good in here. So water pump, refinery, and then storage comes passed through into here, and we collect more minerals, more ores. And then obviously once that gets going, then we'll collect some more into this here. So right now we just got some pay dirt or some dirt in there that we can sell. But I just want to get this recording done because I got a little bit of time here to spare this evening when I'm recording this. So like I said, I want to follow this vein that comes over in this general direction. I'm kind of wondering if we don't use the dozer and maybe just literally just push this pile back. And I want to put on oil. I want to put on an oil pump. So we'll do an oil pump to oil refinery. I want to clear this before we just buy anything. So let's go grab the dozer. Let's move this out of the way. Probably go put some fuel on this as well while we're putting it over here. Should be able to just let it kind of park right here. Boink. And that is full. All right, dozer time, baby. That is, we could refuel while we're here. There we go. Dozer's ready to go. Uh-oh. What's happening here? There we go. All right, let's get the blade straight. Yeah, like I said, I think we're just gonna push that coal vein on the hillside here and maybe try to open some of that up so we can set our oil pump and whatnot on there. All right, so gonna be kind of a rough cut right in here, but oof. Let's see if we can get anything going. That is kind of deep. I don't know that we need it super deep, but we are following this vein we got here, which is good. Looks like it's continuing on. Get that. Now, I'm not quite sure if do we need more of it exposed right here? We might. We might need just a bit more of this exposed. So let's go ahead and just expose it. Alright, so it looks like we have that vein that's still just coming. Let's see, let's stop here. We do look like we're far enough past. So let's maybe leave it as that. And let's purchase ourselves that oil refinery. Come on, up and over. Let's go. All right, let's move over. Let's maybe cut this tree down. That one. That we can leave for right now. I mean, we gotta leave a little bit of the trees, don't we? Now let's cut them all down. Okay, let's see if we can. Let's pickaxe. Maybe we could doze some of that. Maybe let's make another pass right there with the dozer. See if we can level some of this out. So we'll back up. Let's try to level some of this out. This is the last famous words of I think I can. So we will see if I think I can do this. Now I think the trick is to kind of take, obviously you don't want to take a whole blade. So I think if you can take a partial blade. Something like so. This is actually not too terribly bad right now. Now that's the last famous words that I just jinxed myself. That don't seem terrible at all. We try to do one more possible cut going up that hill here and might be able to make something happen. Maybe. This is where I screw it up now that I tilted the blade. Just leave it right at that height. Don't want to change a whole lot. That is a smooth surface right there. I think we can get that to work. Let's go with something like so and just kind of level a little bit of this off. That's some pretty good dozer work, if you ask me. Not too shabby, really. All right, let's try this one more time here. All right, so I'm thinking we can get that. Ooh, maybe. We'll see if it goes on there. I'm not going to promise that it's going to go on there, but we're going to try it. We're going to see if it works. All right, parking brake, hop out. I'm thinking we go like right. Oh, it'd be kind of nice if I get it to stick right there. So let's purchase ourselves the oil pump. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Oil pump, oil refinery, and let's go. Is it? Dang it. I think it's tank. I think it's a tank that I'm looking for. Tank. Yes. All right, let's set this down. See if we can get it to work. Looks like we can get it to work. Let's go. Let me go grid build. Want that spun around. Can we go snap? Not free build. We want. There we go. That's actually not too terribly bad. And then you got. There we go. Ah! That didn't snap on, did it? No, I don't think it did. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, so now we got that. And then we need the, what is it, the one time, I think? So we need power. So factory power. We have a power cable. We need a input, one time speed. And that solar panel should do the trick, I'm hoping. Okay, so that goes there. Solar panel is just going to go cut some of these trees down. Actually, you know what? We could just put it right here for now. Just like so. And let's try. Oh, I'm hoping this works. There. Oh my gosh, there we got it. Woohoo! All right, well, let's fire this baby up. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom, baby. All right, can we get like a screenshot out of this here? We jump on the dozer, get a little decent screenshot of that. Oh, you just fall right through. All right, let's maybe maneuver this thing. And go something like this. Parking brake, hop out. All right, let's jump up on top of this. We don't need that. So, screenshot. Nice. All right. Perfect. Well, we got that task done. That feels good. Let's turn this baby on. Let's get this thing on. And on. There we go. Now we're... yeah, baby. All right, let's check out. What we got? 2%. That's going good. And we already got 16 barrels of oil. Nice. This is looking good. I'm liking this. We could possibly... that'd be kind of cool. Maybe this would continue on. We could maybe put up a couple more. But we're not done. We're not done for this episode. That was a very quick that's what I would like to try to do. So we're gonna kind of we'll cover this out here, but I think my plan is I need to open up some more of this face right here and get ourselves to the point where we could potentially maybe start going underground. I would really like to get, what is it called? The bagger. But we are a long ways away from the bagger. I think you have to be level 60. Level 55 for the little one. We're only 10. We got 40 more to go. So let's look at our skill tree. We have 30 points to spend. So looking at our skill tree, like in the last episode, I didn't click that, did I? No. So we took this one and then we came down to here and we're going to continue our way and get the more rewards we're not going to do that. We're going to take, I was looking at the wrong one. We're going to take the vendor negotiation. So we're going to get a lot more. I don't have enough points for that one. So we're going to have to do that. Ore sorting technology. We could put a skill point in that. So I'm thinking that these are going to be your main skill trees. Going down, I know this is more rewards for request, but I think in this version, your best bet is to come down and do the vendor negotiations, and then ore sorting technologies is what I think is probably going to be the best thing. A better store price for vehicles. So I think we take some of that and then that. Now we got 3 skill points left and we'll take that one. Okay. So we got our skill points done. That's good. What else do we need to do here? We got some quest stuff to do. Company jobs, keeping the light on. So this is going to give us some more. This is going to give us some XP. So sell the requested materials to meet the high demand and get an extra bonus. So we got some coal stuff here. Sell the requested amount to meet the high demand and get an extra bonus. So I think if we can do those two, we got a bunch of coal right there. We can start processing some of the stuff. We got enough pay dirt in there that we could start doing some of that. So let's start getting a bunch of coal in here. We got some here. I think we got some in storage. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to look and see again how much we have to put in there. Quests. So let's take that one. Keep the lights on. Do you want to start the quest keeping the lights on? Confirm. Okay. So we need basically a stack of coal is what we're going to need. All right. So it looks like we're going to get a bunch of scoops of coal. Let's get all that into the hopper and start processing, get that sold, get our XP, get a little bit of money. So it looks like we can take out some more of this hillside going this way. Doing our task, let's just get some major coal going. I'm not sure how many scoops that this is going to take before we can even get that process done, but I don't think it's going to take a whole lot or even need a whole lot of scoops. But we're going to focus on getting this kind of opened up. We're getting a little bit of pay dirt in there, a little bit of coal as well. The next process is obviously we got to find some more, obviously some more ores, but we want to find maybe some rock, which in the hillside, I'm not quite sure where we're going to find that. I don't know. Not quite sure that if we'd have to go down for that to find it in this hillside. We're not really on the mountain side. We're more of like on a big hill. The mountains are off to the back there, so I don't know what we're going to find digging into the side of this hillside here, mountain, mini mountain, whatever you want to call it. Okay, well, we should be able to start making quite a bit of money now with that oil rig going. This oil setup should make us some good money, so that way we can start doing some more things that we actually want to start building, like catwalks, building concrete or buying concrete blocks. Because I think from what I've seen in videos is like making your own concrete is a pain in the butt. Big pain in the butt. Whoa, that was super quick. All right, yeah, baby, dig it into that side. So we're mining right now, and in the terms of like $278,000, we're kind of broke. We're kind of broke. All right, let's see. Park and break. Let's go hop over here and see if we should have a stack. I think a stack is 6,900. Not even close. Not even close. But if we take that and we go like that, we only need like 300 more. So let's throw in a couple more buckets, just because we're going to have to be able to keep the lights on as well. So let's grab a couple more buckets of that, and we're going to actually need, we're going to need more than what we got there, but that'll at least get us for this first one. This first quest done. We could probably... Oh, you can't unhook the trommel. You cannot unhook the trommel because of the way we got it set up. So we'll have to leave that going. Let me know down in the comments, guys. What is the thing that comes after the trommel? Is it more of your rock, your gravel, your that type of stuff? Is that what comes after the trommel? We could look at that too, but I haven't really... we looked at it when we put it up, but sometimes I don't comprehend. Sometimes I do not comprehend. It'd be kind of nice to be able to get down, like... maybe make ourselves a little ramp here and get ourselves in line with that vein going across that direction, because that's a lot of hillside to take out. That's where that bagger would come in handy. You could just munch that thing away, wow, back and forth. Ooh, this thing goes super fast in reverse. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we stuck? Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We are good. All right, well, that's the first time that I've ever gotten the oil going on this. I've only played this, like I said, I got 3 other episodes on the channel. And I've played with my buddy, but he was doing his own mine, and he had a bunch of stuff going, but I don't even remember if we had oil going at that point in time. Which, from watching some videos, oil is like the money maker. We could set up a boatload of those things and just be printing money. Printing money. Ooh, boink. Problem is that there's no like bypass, so you have to manually sell them, which is no big deal. That's not a big deal at all. Boink, boink. Okay. We could kind of start clearing some of this spot there, but that doesn't have our coal in it. And then I thought somebody said in one of the comments, I think episode 1, about the rubies and stuff. I think I gotta get like the smaller wash plant. We could look at that. We can look at that here. Maybe we can just purchase one of those and start making like the rubies and whatnot. What do we use rubies for? Is they just are they just a sellable item? Is that all they are? Like I said, I am fairly new to this game. All right, let's set parking brake. Let's get out and let's check to see what we have in storage. All right, so we have, is it shift? And it's 69. What do we got to put in there? Close enough. Close enough. Okay. We can sell, right? Whoops, wrong buttons. All right, so we can sell that, get the quest done. We just, oh yeah, promoted at level 11. Quest completed. Now we need to make sure that we get the other quest going. Which is this one right here, right? So we have another one of the same thing. We'll just keep doing that. Keeping the lights on. Do you want to start the quest keeping the lights on, which is the coal? Yes, I do. Which we might be able to for just about. Actually, we just ran out of coal. All right, let's continue. That going. What do we got in here? Ooh, we got a lot of dirt in here. We got a lot of space though, so let's let that keep running. Let's go grab some more pay dirt / coal over in our little pit we got going. All right, I'd kind of like to try to get, like I said, get ourselves not all stuck. But get ourselves so we're running along with the vein. And I think we can start digging into this hillside a little bit. Yeah, let's dig into this hillside some more. Just keep going. This looks so bumpy. And I know you guys in the comment section are going to be like, put the GPS on the thing. But I don't know. I've played it with the GPS and it just kind of bugs me sometimes. Just kind of bugs me. I just roll with it, you know? Eventually, I'll probably get GPS when things kind of maybe want to be more particular on what we're doing. But right now, we're just scooping and dumping the loads, man. Scooping and dumping the loads. We can always fix our mistakes. Hopefully. Hopefully we can be able to fix them. We could go in here and start patting the ground with our shovel. If I haven't mentioned yet, guys, I am running dual joysticks, foot pedals. I did have the steering wheel. Whoa. I did have the steering wheel set up in here, but the way my setup is, it was just kind of almost in the way for me. So right now I'm running this with dual joysticks. So my left joystick is basically my steering and my forward. And my right joystick is my bucket. And then obviously dozer, I have foot pedals still hooked up, so gas pedal goes forward and brake goes in reverse. And then still dual joystick runs that all. So it's kind of a, I know the dozer, I've ran a dozer in real life, I've run payloader, I've run a backhoe, I've ran equipment like this, but obviously the dozer, you don't use foot pedals like that. You know, that's just a throttle with your gear shift on your hand and all that fun stuff. But digging for ores, obviously I don't do that. It's not my real life job. Well, let's get this couple more scoops here, and I think we should be able to have ourselves our spot. This is going to be shaking the camera around, so we'll have to make sure we fix that for future episodes. Come on. I'm trying to do this up in the bucket. Obviously, you wouldn't be driving around with the bucket up in the air like this, but it's a game. It's a game, and it helped me back out of that hole. So, all right, parking brake. Let's go check to see what we got. Can I get it from here? Yes, I can. So we'll just wait for that to go up to 6,900. What do we have left in here? Oh, we're still in storage. There you go. So we've basically just been processing coal. All right, we'll take that. We'll sell that. And we'll get that task done. Boom. Promoted. That's right. Promoted. All right, so if you guys aren't doing the quests, that is a good thing. Is this thing glitched? Are we glitched right here? Base load. Sell the requested materials to meet the high demand and get an extra bonus. It's 32,000 XP? Okay, so are we like cheating the system here? What's happening? I mean, we'll continue to do a lot of this stuff. But we got a lot of processing left to do, so we could just do this one again? That's just crazy. That's some company jobs, so hey, we'll continue doing that. We're just going to continue that, but that's going to have to be it for this episode, guys. Come on, there we go. There we go. That's going to have to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. All right, let's get back into this thing and just start. I mean, we're just going to have to start loading lots and lots of material in there. It's going to be a blast.